what are the payment methods that we can use when we implement like these broader categories?
Yeah, that's a great question. And the like short answer is that there's just so many. And it's also really region dependent for like, let's say you're a developer. What really decides like what payment methods you want to add is where your app is going to be available and where it will be most used. Because for instance, the US, like credit card or debit card, like card payments kind of reign supreme and are by far the most common. But I think in Europe or in certain countries of Europe, like bank debits are far more like are over 50% of all of the online payment transactions. And then there's also like kind of closer regional ones like I think Blick is in Poland.
We have Blick. Blick
Okay,
is
yeah.
great. Thank you for Blick, Polish banks.
Yeah. Shout out. And then obviously like Apple and Google Pay. And then paying via invoices. There's also like buy now, pay later is something that we're getting a lot of requests for at Stripe. So I don't know if you guys have heard of like Klarna or Afterpay.
Yeah.
And then there's also another interesting one that I had like never heard of in my life before I started working at Stripe a couple months ago, are these voucher-based payments, which is like one is called OXXO. And so you basically provide your app, there's an application and the vendor scans it and you get like a voucher to purchase a good. And then you go to some other place later on, show your voucher and pay for your vouchers there. So it's kind of like a buy now, pay later, but I don't know. It was a very different payment method than I've ever heard before.
Yeah, okay. And to clarify there, you said Apple Pay and Google Pay, but those are different, right? From the in-app purchases. Those are two different payment methods.
Yeah, that's correct. They're two different payment methods and they are not applied to in-app purchases, which is what Kuba was talking about earlier, where Apple and Google take a cut.
Yeah.